Hi there, I'm Telva, and welcome back to Telva's Toolbox for Surface Pattern Designers. Big brands don't pick colors by accident. Every palette is strategic, tested, and designed to sell. Today we're doing a deep dive into Anthropologie's color strategy, breaking down what makes their palettes work and what you can apply to your own designs. This isn't about copying, it's about understanding the principles behind commercial success. Let's dissect some palettes. In this video, we're analyzing Anthropologie as a case study in commercial color strategy. They're a major retailer who licenses from surface pattern designers, so understanding their color approach isn't just educational, it's practical market research. I'll show you exactly what makes their palettes successful and how you can apply those same principles without copying their aesthetic. And grab the free download. It's a guide with 15 color palettes that you can analyze and use for yourself. Why should we study Anthropologie? First, let's talk about why Anthropologie is worth analyzing. They're not just a retailer, they're a licensing client. They work with independent surface pattern designers for bedding, dinnerware, stationery, and more. Second, their color strategy is sophisticated but accessible. It's not intimidatingly high fashion, but it's not mass market basic either. They occupy that sweet spot of elevated but attainable that many of you are aiming for. Third, they're consistent. Walk into any Anthropologie, any season, and you'll recognize their color DNA immediately. That's not accident, that's strategy. Anthropologie's core color identity. Let me show you what I mean by consistency. Look at these products from different seasons and categories. Notice anything? The temperature, warm, dominant, with occasional cool accents. They lean into golden, peachy, terracotta undertones. Even their cool colors have warmth. Saturation, medium to medium low. Nothing neon, nothing completely desaturated. They live in that sophisticated middle ground. For contrast, medium, not graphic and bold, not whisper soft. Enough definition to feel intentional, not so much it feels harsh. The mood, bohemian luxury. Worldly, collected, curated, colors that feel discovered, not manufactured. This is their signature. Every collection reinforces it. Let's take a look at case study number 1, Spring Collection Palette. Let's break down this actual palette from their spring bedding collection. The colors, soft terracotta, warm cream, dusty sage, muted coral, charcoal brown. What's working? The warm harmony. Even the green leans warm. Temperature unity creates cohesion. Grounded saturation. Nothing is screaming. Every color feels like it could exist in nature after it's been sun-faded. The clear value structure. We have light, cream, midtones, terracotta, sage, and coral, and dark, the charcoal. Hierarchy without harshness, bohemian sophistication. These aren't farmhouse neutrals or minimalist grays. They have personality but stay refined. The strategic choice? This palette works across multiple product categories. You could put it on bedding, dinnerware, curtains, stationery, and it would still feel cohesive. That's not luck, that's planning. Case study number 2, Holiday Collection Palette. Now let's look at Anthropologie's holiday approach. The colors? Deep plum, warm gold, forest green, burgundy, cream. What's different from spring? Richer, deeper, more saturated, but still recognizably Anthropologie. What stayed the same? The warm undertones. Even the plum has warmth. They are all medium saturation, no electric brights, and a very sophisticated mood. The strategic shift? They adapted to holiday expectations, richer and more luxurious, without abandoning their identity. The warm gold instead of silver or bright yellow, the plum instead of pure purple, the forest green instead of Kelly or mint. Every choice reinforces this is anthropology, even though it's festive. The lesson: seasonal shifts don't mean personality shifts. Your color identity can flex without breaking. 3 principles you can steal. Analyzing dozens of their palettes, we can see what separates Anthropologie from mass retailers. Principle 1. Warm neutrals as the foundation. They never use stark white or cool gray as their base. Everything starts from cream, sand, warm taupe. This creates instant warmth and approachability. Principle number 2. Saturation sweet spot. Nothing hits 100% saturation. Everything is pulled back just enough to feel sophisticated, not childish. But nothing is so desaturated it feels corporate. Principle number 3, eclectic unity. Their palettes feel collected from around the world, but they're unified by temperature and saturation level. Diversity within consistency. You can apply these principles to any aesthetic: modern, vintage, minimalist, maximalist. They're all about sophistication, not style. What you should not copy. Let's be crystal clear about this. Don't copy their specific color combinations verbatim, their bohemian aesthetic, if that's not your style. Their exact product photography mood, their font choices, or their graphic approach. Do study and adapt their warm dominant strategy, their saturation control, their seasonal flexibility within their own identity, their cross-product palette planning, their sophisticated but accessible positioning. Strategy is learnable. Aesthetics are personal. Study their strategy, but apply your aesthetic. Applying Anthropologie strategy to your brand. Here's how to use what we just learned. Step 1. Define your temperature dominance. Anthropologie is warm dominant. What are you? Cool modern, warm traditional, neutral balanced? Step 2. Find your saturation sweet spot. Anthropologie lives at medium low. Where do you live? High for youthful energy, low for luxury? Step 3. Establish your contrast personality. They use medium contrast. Do you want bold and graphic or soft and gentle? Step 4. Create your seasonal flexibility. They shift richness and depth but maintain warmth. How will you adapt seasons while staying recognizable? You're not becoming Anthropologie. You're using their framework to define your own identity with the same strategic clarity. Your assignment: analyze another brand. Don't stop with Anthropologie. Pick a retailer or designer in your target market and do the same analysis. Ask these questions. What's their temperature dominance? What's their saturation range? What's their contrast level? How do they shift seasonally? What stays consistent across collections? Do this with 3 to 5 brands and you'll start seeing patterns within your market. That's competitive intelligence. That's how you position yourself strategically, not accidentally. Why this matters for licensing. Here's the business reason this analysis matters. When Anthropologie licenses designs, they need to know your work will fit their color ecosystem. If your portfolio shows bright primaries and they sell sophisticated earth tones, you're not getting licensed, no matter how beautiful your patterns are. Understanding a retailer's color DNA tells you, are you a fit for their brand? Should you create a collection specifically targeting them? Do you need to adjust your color approach for this market? Color isn't just creative, it's strategic positioning. This analysis helps you position correctly. Other brands worth studying? Anthropologie isn't the only game in town. The Target Opal House line, bright, accessible, trend forward. Different strategy entirely. And what about West Elm? Cool, dominant, modern, graphic contrast, opposite temperature from Anthropologie. And the Rifle Paper Company? Romantic, rich, but not garish, vintage, inspired warmth. Society 6. Anything goes. Study the top sellers there to see what's working. Each brand has a distinct color strategy. Your job is to find which strategies align with your design DNA and target market. Let's recap. Anthropologie's success comes from warm, dominant temperature that creates approachability, medium saturation that feels sophisticated, not childish, consistent identity with seasonal flexibility, cross-product palette planning for commercial viability. Your action steps? Download the free guide. It walks you through this analysis process. Pick one retailer you'd love to work with and do this same color breakdown. Compare their strategy to yours. Are you aligned or do you need to adjust? Study strategy, not just pretty colors. That's how you build a commercially successful portfolio. That's it for this video. If you're seeing color differently after this analysis, make sure you're subscribed and grab that free guide on adapting trending colors. Join my exclusive newsletter for surface pattern designers where I share more strategic market insights, helpful business tips, tools, and techniques straight from Telva's toolbox. Next time, we'll be talking about the fastest way to create 20 palettes to use in 2026.